Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to see some Symphogear. We're getting to the climax, everybody. That's exciting.
Hey Griff, I got a real question for you right now.
What's up?
How do you feel about North Country cakes?
Uh, they're great. Definitely recommend it if you are happen to be up in Vermont. So, while we're here talking about cakes, Oleb23 has a discussion about how many relics are on the table. Their summary. Number one, Ame no Habariki, Tsubasa, Blue, the sword of Japanese storm god Susanoo Mikato, the serpent slayer of Ame. Komebius are insistent on calling this Heaven's Rend, but
What?
lol.
Back up a second. One thing that was Kami subs are insistent, which is the subtitling version. So I don't
Oh,
know what
okay.
the hell you interpreted that word to
I
be.
don't know. I thought of this as a completely different set of words, not as a portmanteau.
And I also appreciate the dumbing down of the naming structure. Subasa, and if you're too dumb to remember who Subasa is, she's the blue one.
We appreciate it because we are that dumb.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
I'm not mocking it. In fact, keep it up for all future commenters. But
Number two.
yeah,
Ichival, used by Chris, the red one. The bow of Norse god Odin. Spelled Ishibal because Japanese romanicizations are hard. Actually, not a mythological object, but a place, the home of the Norse god of archery, Ural. Blame the writers of 90s Fire Emblem games for this weird choice because it's been writers copying each other's homework since then.
also I don't believe that's how you
Yes.
say the Norse god of archery's name.
If you're interested in a similar kind of happenstance, check out what ropers are in their original incarnations in D&D when they appear. See how the Japanese have interpreted that, and how every successive series has a roper, and they are all weird and completely different.
If you go back to just recently, Shy and I reacted to the first two episodes of Tower of Juaga. There is a representation of ropers in there, which is ironic because their version also comes from a video game made by Namco in the 80s, which was the Japanese takeoff of Pac-Man.
Yep,
So the Japanese video game translation of what a roper is to the anime translation of what a roper is.
yep. So, I always love that game of telephone. It's always fun to track anthropology around. So Gugnir, number three, used by Kanade originally, and now Hibiki, who is orange, the spear of Odin. Each of the above are tiny fragments. The little red-pink pendant that Tsubasa and Chris have contain the entirety of the relic. We also have the Nehushtan armor, which Chris used up until recently, which is the Staff of Moses, or a Staff of Moses.
I gotta bring that Christian mythology in here,
Exactly. We have
or I
Solomon's
guess
Cane. It's
technically Judaic mythology. Well, Moses
uh
was from the Jewish half of the Bible, so I guess it would be technically the Judaic. Well, I guess that's what's the Jewish Bible called again? The
there's a
Torah?
specific word for like the first like 5 or 10. The Torah would probably be it, yeah.
Yeah, so the Judaic mythology.
Yeah. So we have Moses' staff, we have Solomon's cane, which is the cane of Solomon. It's Solomon's cane. It summons noise. Didn't know what we were
So
expecting
I
there.
guess the what we're putting out there is that Solomon was evil.
It suddenly makes us question a lot of things in the relationships between these names and the mythological figures. And we have, of course, the Durandal, the sword of Roland the Paladin of Charlemagne in the medieval French epic poem, "The Matter of France."
If the original Paladin. Well, I'm just saying that all the other ones of these aren't inherently evil based on what they do, right? It's who uses them, how it's used.
Yeah,
Solomon's Cane can only summon the human destroying evil, so it itself can only be used for evil.
right. I mean, I guess the same way a gun can only be used for evil.
No, you can use a gun to save a person.
But that gun will probably inherently be used for violence. Solomon's cane is very much a weapon here
Okay,
in that
okay,
case.
okay. We'll go back to extremes here. You can take
Yeah.
the gunpowder from a bullet to cauterize a wound.
Darn it, MacGyver! Stop beating me to the.
You can't use the noise for anything.
So you see, with this lockpick, this bullet, and this gun, I have a way to engineer my way out of the situation by shooting the guards. So our next comment. Ocha random the internet. Uh, I mean, the mobile game is only in Japanese. I can play it with the app, but I don't understand shit. Well, like 3% of the plot. It's like an alternate universe from the main, like one where Kanade survives and Tsubasa dies in the concert. Sincerely, you don't need to know all the story. Not like you could. I can't and I want to, but they killed the global version within only 3 months. Oh, geez. Uh, I only asking react to the intros of the games. Yes, they have intros for the games, and they are great. But better to do it after season 3 because they have a spoiler from characters of the seasons. Uh, that song that Tsubasa sings in karaoke is one of the Seiyu, one that the Seiyu wanted to sing. She loves that gender of songs. Is that the right word you want to use there?
Well,
Uh,
Seiyu is like, as my interpretation, Seiyu is basically just another word for the voice actor. So
ah,
it
okay.
might be like a more specific version of voice actor representing a specific medium. I don't know. I just know that whenever I've seen the word Seiyu, it's used interchangeably with the voice actor.
Okay. So it could have just been like, oh, this probably should be a male singing part or something. Okay. Uh,
I don't
and
think
final part of
so.
yeah, I don't know. I'm just rolling with it.
Well, no, I
Uh,
just mean that none of the voice actors for the main three girls are men. So,
that's the point. The song is not them.
well,
Anyway,
I don't know where you're coming from in putting a male thing out there because none of the
I'm doing my
comments says
best to
that.
interpret the comment. That's what I'm doing. Last part of the comment though. Oh boy, the next episode is 10. Uh, we did that one. I guess you already watched the next 3, so you know how things escalate so much. Welcome to the end of the season of Symphogear. All seasons are like that. Wait, every season ending is gonna be like this? Ah, I'm so excited. I'm very happy.
Every season is schoolyard shit of learning to be friends and overcoming the adversities of your childhood
Every season
parents,
ends with the school anthem.
leaving you behind, and your adopted father figure not actually being there. See it raised by the evil lady who's about to destroy the moon and actually kills you once before you get raised by the school anthem. That
I
whole
I
chestnut.
I think in particular it's probably a reference that the future ones are going to be more destroy the moon kind of plots. They're going to be something big will pop out and that's going to be our big climax, which I mean I'm down for. That's good.
Oh, I want to also say, prefacing before we watch the episode, that we just yesterday got done season 2 of Made in Abyss. So I'm a bit emotionally drained from losing everybody I care about. So there's a. I just want anybody who comments about anything I say to take that into account. That there's that whole chestnut going on in the back of my mind of every minute of every day now
Mhm.
until I die.
So take that as a letter of recommendation to go watch Made in Abyss, where you too can experience the horror and trauma of losing everyone you care about. Speaking of, let's go ahead and take a look and see what happened last time. The episode title for 12 was just Symphogear, and of course what happened was, shocked by Chris's supposed death, Hibiki goes berserk and loses control, attacking relentlessly at both Fine and Tsubasa. As Kadinger prepares to fire another shot at the moon, Tsubasa takes the full brunt of Hibiki's attack in order to hold her in place before standing to face against Fine in order to try launching a kamikaze attack which destroys Kadinger. As Fine turns her anger on Hibiki, who is not sure what to fight for anymore, the girl Hibiki had previously saved gives Miku the idea to, with the help of her friends, send Hibiki's everyone's word of support. Upon hearing her classmates sing her school's anthem, Hibiki, along with Tsubasa and Chris, who had survived, unleashed the Symphogear's true potential. And then we get a cool action shot, and there's going to be a fight at the end.
I have a thought out loud right now, Griff.
Sure thing.
Maybe before we do these recordings, you get to the synopsis first,
Uh-huh.
and you see if they're like gonna be a Lord of the Rings thing,
Yeah.
and then you parse them down yourself.
This was only like 5-6 sentences. It was fine. It's fine.
Yeah, but we do longer ones. I'm just thinking out loud.
I also love doing the cold reading of it, where I just look. Yeah, I look straight at it. I don't care what mistake I make, and we just go for it and see what happens.
Because you don't call you out.
Exactly. That's the fun part. Like it said last time, we had a lot of our fight. We had our the tears of the Pokemon bring Hibiki back. Everything was good.
Specifically not that. I said I'd specifically hate it if it was the tears of Pokemon. But the way that they talked themselves into singing their school song worked for me because it had an emotional impact more than the trite thing that we've seen in more than one Pokemon franchise.
Yeah, I feel they earned it, and it was a fun scene, and I definitely enjoyed a lot of the emotions happening last time. Which kind of makes me think, given we had all the emotional impact last time, this time is probably just going to be the beatdown, isn't it?
Well, the moon's still falling.
Oh right, yeah, there's still a moon to deal with, huh? I forget that thing is there all the time.
That is part of the title, right? I mean, while we're here, look up the title.
Meteoroids falling, burning, disappearing, and then. Yeah, no, there's going to be a little bit of a moonfall here.
Well, it's going to fall, but then it's going to disappear. And then...
And then...
we go and add a G to our names, I guess. I assume they're going to explain
they'll participate in the Gundam of Gundams tournament now.
Yeah. Where we decide that we no longer fight amongst ourselves, but we fight a martial arts tournament to decide who controls the Earth.
Exactly.
From, I guess, given the medium that we're dealing with, from historical people from the past taking over other people's bodies.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's right. They can and probably will defeat Fine here, but they've already indicated there'll be more. There could be multiple of them at the same time working together.
Well, that she cloned herself or something, right? And put herself into a body.
Yeah, she is a genetic disease passed down through people at this point that activates when Symphogear residents happen. Anyone could be a sleeper agent.
Do you imagine that's why she does the BDSM thing? To spread the disease to people?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just because she has fun.
Well, I mean, it puts her into close contact. I'm not trying to cast an aspersion amongst or kink shame anyone. I'm just saying that if her thing is transmitted via a disease, that the act of BDSM puts you in very close contact with a lot of people.
Right. I said disease, and that was probably just to indicate like how it's something that spreads and that's like hibernating. But it's probably more of there are epigenetic factors that are in your genes that activate according to your environment.
Joke's on you,
so
Griff.
she's not a disease, but she's an epigenetic factor. Well, that's your loss, honestly. But shorts are comfy and easy to wear. So
don't wear shorts either.
Yeah, I heard it here first, folks. There's nothing beneath that camera. So, with that now in your head,
there's a computer monitor beneath that camera. That's what it sits on, because it's actually sitting on this level, pointed downwards.
Right. But I think on that point, let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. Top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some extra access stuff, you can check it out over on Patreon. Just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure. It's all just support the channel, just a little bit extra. Oh, hell yeah, Moonfall, let's go.
Shadow of the Moon.
That first, measure sounded almost like a Star Trek opening. Which, I mean, space, so it makes sense. Oh yeah, open and shot.
やっぱ私らがついてないとダメだな。助けられてこそナイスです。私たちは一緒に戦ってるんだ。
I mean, technically they
That right
did
there
help out.
sounds a lot like a Final Fantasy victory song. Like from 14, I mean.
Oh yeah, it sounds awesome. Oh, they look awesome.
クリスチャンや翼さんにもう一度立ち上がる力を与えてくれる。歌は戦う力だけじゃない。
So other people singing can also empower them.
You turned it up to 11.
限定解除されたギアをまとってすっかりから使う。いい加減ゲーが飛ばす。
Now behold, the Putty Patrol.
ノイズの最下も全てお前の仕業なのか。ノイズとはバラルの呪詛に
Autonomous
相互理解を
weapons.
失った人類が同じ人類のみを殺戮するために作り上げた自律兵器。
So Solomon was evil.
There you go. I also like how she thinks like the handful of noise in front of her are going to be enough.
By the way, when did we get telepathy?
As soon as they needed to save a couple dollars on the animation. Oh, fireworks. Oh, never mind. Noise everywhere.
Literally
All right.
everywhere.
Alright, now this is a bit more of a problem.
God damn.
Everyone is already dead.
You literally have to destroy the city to destroy them. By the way, they're not in
Yes.
the background, so...
It was only for a couple frames.
Also, it was night a minute ago.
You know, actually, yeah.
Shit's so crazy right now.
The moon's fallen, the seasons are changing, everything's out of whack. Alright, let's see how you blow up the city here.
Yeah, they never evacuated the city or anything, right?
I think they were dealing with stuff in the city in the first place, which led to the current conflict back at the school.
Oh, right. They
Because it was
evacuated to the
distracting.
school. That's right.
Yeah, no, they could totally destroy the city. Make a death party.
Well, I mean, they also now have the power to just fly at will, so that's useful. Oh, it's a chorus song. I don't think I realized that.
Yeah, all of their voices are in on this one.
Well, that's why the colors change as it's going across.
Yep, which I find very cute.
Well, yes, technically it's blue at the start, red at the end. But I guess Chris's color's not really in there.
But it's orange at the very, very end. It kind of blends in with the red a little bit, and all the stuff happening on screen. They're destroying stuff like they're Gundams. Yeah, no, that city is leveled. Oh, jeez. I mean, good job, but jeez. The only way out. What? Oh, she's trying to merge with this.
Yeah. It's when
Now
Rita.
she becomes
It's when
annoyed.
Rita throws her staff at the ground. Make my monster grow. I appreciate I called them the Putty Patrol a minute ago.
There we go. So she's going to absorb 3 artifacts.
I want to say she had a 4th one. She's wearing the armor.
Now we're in NGE territory. New angel sighted.
相応の覚悟はできておろうな。
She's certainly a cool ass villain.
Oh yeah. Literally goes straight for, I'ma do this thing that I don't even know will work. Let's see if it happens.
Yeah, we already know that the armor repairs, so.
Yeah, that's the primary benefit of the merging with the artifact stuff.
いくら限定解除されたギアであっても、所詮は生物のかけらから作られた玩具。完全生物に対抗できるなどと思うてくれるな。
聞いたか。チャンネルをオフにしろ。もっぺんやるぞ。しかし、その
Off the channel? Okay, so I guess their
Telepathic
telepathy... Yeah, I guess their telepathy is just kind of like broad-based. It's like shouting, you know? It's like, oh, you know, everyone can hear you.
君たち、きっと大丈夫だよね。
Switch it up to the 5G telepathy.
Oh, now we're in Revelations.
伝承にあるそいつは滅びの聖母の力だぞ両国
やってみます。
I'm
I
not
mean-
sure I'm very inspired with confidence there.
Well, I mean, they've already defeated death, so.
分かっている。
Sure.
It's just a mortal concern now. I honestly feel like this is the magical girl version of Gurren Lagann.
Oh, hey. Yeah, go for the center. This was a good plan. Love the chorus in the background, too. Her force rate power is still coming in clutch, though.
そいつが切り札だ。正気をこぼすな。掴んでくれ。
Oh, I love it. Keep shooting the sword to make it go faster.
デュランダロー。
I mean, we've seen her use it before, right? So,
Yup.
or was that a different sword?
No, it was turned to before. It's been tossed around a couple times.
危ないわ。響きは響きのままでいてくれるって。変わらずにいてくれるって。だから私は響きが闇に飲まれないよう応援したいんです。助けられるだけじゃなく、響きの力になるって誓ったんです。
You got about 20 seconds to get up there, honestly. It's a big, long elevator ride.
Oh, she's trying to resist going crazy again.
強く自分を意識してください。昨日までの自分を。
The best version of the Evangelion ending.
Congratulations.
お前が構えた胸の覚悟、私に見せてくれ。お前を信じ、お前に全部かけてんだ。お前が自分を信じ。
Like, I've seen definitely plenty of, like, no, remember your true self kind of, like, scenes, like, in various media. But this one is actually, like, has me invested. People are actually, like, genuinely trying to help and, like, provide advice, and the character is, like, actually attempting to figure out how this works. This works out very well for me.
Yeah, she just about lost control there. And took her best friend,
今の私。
her platonic,
Best friend.
her platonic best friend.
Her roommate.
Well, she's her best friend.
そうだ。この勝負
I don't know.
塗りつぶ
Is she
Nah,
her
power
best?
of love here. I can vibe with it.
Is her who's her best friend? Tsubasa or her roommate?
その力、何を束ねた。
響き合うみんなの歌声がくれたシンフォギア
Intro Gazer. Cut the whole planet in half with this. Jeez.
生物同士の追消滅。どうしたねでした最低だこの身砕けてなるものか
I'm not sure you got an option there.
Well, I mean, I'm not exactly sure what got hit.
I'd say it's actually looking pretty nice for getting completely leveled.
Because they didn't do the thing where, like, red line to show that she's been split down the middle or anything. It just seemed like she was standing there screaming.
Oh, they got local bunkers. That was kind of a cute design, like where they pop out of the street.
このスクリューボールがみんなに言われます親友からも変わった子だ
Yeah, so she didn't get cut.
もう終わりにしましょう涼子さん
私はフィーネだ
でも涼子さんは涼子さんですから
You know, the one that said to sexually harass me in
分
episode
かり合え
3.
ます
ノイズを作り出したのは戦士文明期の人間統一言語を失った我々は手をつなぐよりも相手を殺すことを求めたそんな人間が分かり合えるものか
人がノイズを
だから私はこの道しか選べなかったのだ
おい
So the moon's still falling.
Let's save on a couple seconds there.
強くつながれることわからない私たちじゃありません
That's right, computer technology now brings us all together.
Well, you thought I was aiming at you? I'm gonna pull the moon down.
Alright, I was about to say, it's like, what was she gonna think was gonna happen there? And the answer is, no, she's gonna bring the moon. Now,
Almost One Piece levels we're at now. Not One Piece, sorry. I meant One Punch Man.
yeah, I want to see the comic book nerds go and scale pulling a piece of the moon down.
この身はここで果てよと魂までは絶えやしないのだからな
Yup.
生物の発するアウフバ変波系がある限り私は何度だって世界に蘇るどこかの場所いつかの時代
Though, with that big of a piece of the moon coming down, I'm not sure there's going to be anyone to reborn you at all.
切なに存在し続ける巫女人間なのだ
Gotcha, bitch.
うんそうですよねどこかの場所いつかの時代蘇るたびに何度でも私の代わりにみんなに伝えてください世界を一つにするのに力なんて必要ないってこと言葉を超えて私たちは一つになれるってこと私たちは未来にきっと手をつなげられるということ私には伝えられないから涼子さんにしかできないから
お前まさか
涼子さんに未来を託すためにも私が今を守ってみせますね
I thought she was gonna murder her for a second. Here,
Yeah,
let me send you off that message.
放っておけない
this whole thing has been like the tension of, I wonder at what point they're just going to blast her off to the horizon. Oh, never mind, she destroyed herself, that's right.
Yeah, I guess the armor being destroyed symbolized the fact that since she was merged with it, it was going away too. Yeah, I guess she was kind of like a mother figure. Oddly, for Chris this whole time as well.
Mhm.
撃は避けられません。
あんなものがここに落ちたら私たち
If that thing falls anywhere.
Oh man, what if Symphogear G is about the future where Ryoko comes back
する
and everyone dies right here?
I would laugh and laugh and laugh.
I guess for context for the audience, that's how Griff handles grief.
生きるの諦めないで
It's not even a joke. Please watch Made in Abyss, he's a monster.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the only way to do it. Chris couldn't stop the laser beam. I don't think much else can, like, push the moon back.
Well, I mean, we know she dies, but she dies, like, years from now.
Let's find out. Alright, pretty smooth exit from the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's at some point you don't have any oxygen to sing anymore.
立花には驚かされっぱなしだ。
翼さんクリスチャンまあ一生分の歌を歌うにはちょうどいいんじゃねえのか不思議だね静かな空
Let's all sing together.
Aren't you in space?
No, it's telepathy.
They're moving their mouth.
I see why they started off with telepathy, just so that they don't have to explain how are they singing in space later.
But they're moving their mouths, Griff.
Yeah, you know, and when I think to myself, I also, like, sometimes mumble.
But you can't mumble. No oxygen.
ごめんなさいバカこういう時はそうじゃね
And now it's also the thoughts,
ありがとう
telepathy, and the singing. So it's obviously not that, Griff.
開放世界いっちゃえハートのセーブみんながみんな夢を叶えられないのは分かっているだけど
The most hilarious way for this to end would be they accelerate as fast as possible, hit the moon, and then just nothing happens.
尽きて終わりじゃない
But that's not the show we're watching.
No, they're gonna use GN particles.
時代を託していくことこそが人の営み
They'll show everyone a cleaner way to power the future.
剣が守る意味があるたとえ声が枯れたってこの胸の歌だけは絶やさない夜明けを告げ
Let me also still have the superb song if you need more power.
Yee.
Man, a chorus superb song? I bet that would do it. See?
That
Well, what did I
is
say? I know the show, Griff.
Mega Sword.
I could probably take on a Gundam.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, the Big O / One Piece approach.
Yeah. Mass driver time.
But wait, won't this kill them though?
With an explosion like that, the answer I think might be yes.
No, the superb song kills them, remember?
Yeah.
Despite the fact this is the second time Tsubasa's sung it.
It's her favorite songs.
Symphogear G takes place 5 years in the future, where Hibiki comes back. She comes.
Oh yes, actually, this is.
She's gonna go to the grave, and then Hibiki's gonna come back.
I'm just thinking about like the Avatar crossover. It's just like, yeah, my girlfriend is the moon. Oh yeah, my girlfriend blew up the moon. Oh.
郊外にお墓が建てられましたが、そこに響はいません。機密の関係上、名前も彫られてはいません。
Made several statements regarding classified weapons program that came to light.
私にはよくわかりません。
It's too much to read with all those words going across the bottom.
Well, you know, good to know everyone is not just like completely ignorant to the giant laser beam that happened.
響が辿った軌跡の終着に通い
3 weeks and they still haven't put up like the shrine again.
もう会えないなんて私は
All right, now we're caught up with the intro.
私が見たかったのは響と一緒に見る流れ星なんだよ
It kind of did. I mean, it's sad, but yeah.
There's just a car crash out there. Hey, remember that early episode where they went ahead and did this exact same run trying to save somebody?
Yeah, but Hibiki had like a shard in her. And I don't think she's ever gotten a little bit of Hibiki in her, if you know what I mean.
お願い諦めないで
I can think of the little way she's got a bit of Hibiki in her. Oh, see, she just used her superpower.
ごめんいろいろ機密を守らなきゃいけなくてミクにはまた本当のことが言えなかった
This show does not like holding on to things for at least another episode or a season or anything.
ノイズの脅威は尽きることなく人の闘争は終わることなく続いている未だ危機は満ち溢れ悲しみの連鎖はとどまることを知らないだけどうつむかない諦めないだってこの世界には
So there's not gonna be any
Bro, that's
explanation.
songs.
There's not gonna be any explanation how they sang 3 superb songs that didn't die or fell from orbit after singing 3 superb songs. And I mean,
No, you see, it's because they sung it together that they didn't die, see? But no, like, that was, well, there's the twist. It's like, no, they weren't actually going to be dead. Even though they set it up from episode 1 for it to be like the tragic ending, they still slapped it out from under our feet.
well, it's just the lack of an explanation, which kind of hurts it a bit for me. I mean, I really liked. Well, no, even then with friendship, we had to have a school full of people sing a song.
We didn't have the Pokemon cry yet.
Well, it's just how we set up that singing a superb song causes you to break down completely. Like Tsubasa had to go through weeks of hospital care to come back from singing hers, and then
I
they
think
sang
just-
it in space.
I think just given the runtime here, I don't think they got time to explain anything.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was hoping for this to be introduced in G.
Yeah.
What happened? I mean, maybe they do. Maybe I'm just
I guess
like,
they didn't want to end on a downer. Even though they set themselves up to end on a downer.
again, we just came from Maiden Abyss, so
Right. Well, that ended in a happy note.
Wait.
Now we...
Alright, go ahead.
Alright, he's got yawn. But yeah, Maiden Abyss ended on a happy note, don't you remember? They're all friends and they're going to go on adventures together.
I mean,
Just
literally-
like this.
One of them said they might not, so
They're just being, they're just being silly. Don't worry about that. But yeah, no. So this was the big fight, which is exactly what I was expecting, and it's exactly what we got. I
Well-
didn't think that they would have enough time for more emotional resonance, but they tried to fit it in there. They got some. They
Yeah,
did the
I guess
finding
that's just
yourself, power of love.
just my hang up is the how did they survive 3 superb songs from
Mhm.
orbit? Because they would have been horrendously injured and they would have fallen from orbit. And the fact now is also they're doing the NDA thing again, which means the city couldn't have sung for them. Because nobody knew about it.
Right. So actually, I have a bigger question, which is the reason the noise seemed to be summoned is specifically because of Solomon's Gain, which can make noise. That's gone or in custody because the person using it is gone.
No, I think the noise specifically exists on their own, but
Oh, okay.
Solomon's Cane has the ability to also summon noise.
Just
'Cause-
to summon even more.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they're saying that the noise is man-made. So
Yeah.
I think it's more.
Yeah.
I think they're building on like the themes of Babel, basically that our inability to communicate with one another creates monsters.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking here too. It's like it creating the scenario where it's just like, all right, the only way we can have the monsters stop showing up is for everyone to actually get along.
By the way, go back to like second 10 seconds in.
10 seconds in, sure.
You know the whole man on the moon thing?
Yeah.
Now I don't know if I've ever looked at this right. Does it not look like they blew the mouth off the man on the moon?
I have to go back even further than 10 seconds here. Let's see.
I'm at 1 second in, so literally, yeah.
Oh, okay. I've never been good at seeing like the man on the moon and stuff like
Okay,
that.
the
But I
very-
think
The very right-hand side of the moon, right? The big
Yeah.
circle there, it's one eye. You go over a little left, and you have a lighter circle. That's another eye. Now
okay.
you pan down that white part on the broken off piece and consider that to be the mouth.
Yeah,
it
in
looks
which
like-
case, yeah, they've ripped off his jaw
Which is then,
forever.
well, that's also telling because communication, right? We can't communicate with one another. And they blew off the instrument of communication from the moon, i.e. the mouth. The man on the moon, they blew the mouth off. No longer can communicate.
Right. That's so goofy. That's like stretching it, but it's good. It's a great hustle, Theta. I like it.
It's not a hustle, I'm just seeing it.
Right. Well, I mean, you put in the work for it. You made it work. Good job. All right. So this is our season ending for Symphogear. We're gonna keep watching more seasons, but so I think based on the entirety of the season, how do you feel from like start to finish? What are your feelings?
Well, I mean, I think I already gave that halfway through
Mm-hmm.
when I gave my synopsis about what I felt the show's meta-narrative was about, specifically about each character and their inability or trial to overcome communication with one another. And then
Yeah.
it turned out to be the big boss was all about communication being lost via the Tower of Babel in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So the mythological become real. Other than that, I guess it's a lot of changing of expectations. Because it appears to be like a magical girl show. And it is from start to finish, but
It is, but it takes on like a very hyper real aspect to it where people directly interact with the stuff in their world, take it seriously, they get hurt, they get injured, they just die. And
Yeah.
it takes all of it very seriously. Like
And then get brought
it
back
goes
in the
hard
song.
and I like it.
like I said, I have strong desires that when we record our Symphogear G episode 1,
Mhm.
that we get an explanation for how they survived. I'm sorry, continuity is a major thing for me. And it's been presented in other reactions that we do that I'm not one that lets it go easily.
Mhm.
So, it doesn't have to be in depth. I don't need a full episode. It can just be a thing that they say. Like, oh yeah, we did this thing, and then they move on. It'd be fine. I just want them to address it.
Yeah. Well, I guess the only thing we can do for that is to go ahead and watch and see if they do. So, I think that probably will go ahead and end our commentary here for Symphogear. This has been Stone Face Reactions, everyone. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we'll catch you next season. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone Face Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?